let's start out with the other concept of organized and unorganized sector. Yes, what is mean by organized? Organized is nothing but which is registered by the government. Yes, so in this organized sector, what they'll be doing it, they'll be following with the rules and regulations of government. Yes, before going through with the difference between organized and unorganized, we'll have a look with an example of Kanta and Kamal. Yes, now listen. Kanta works in an office. She attends her office from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. She gets a salary regularly at the end of every month. In addition to the salary, she also gets provident fund as per the rules laid down by the government. She also gets medical and other allowances. Kanta does not go to office on Sunday. This is a paid holiday. When she joined work, she was given an appointment letter starting all the terms and condition of work. Yes? Now listen. So what I've just told you in this? Kanta, she works in an office and she attends her office from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. That fixed timing. She gets a salary regularly at the end of every month. So in addition to the salary, if she works extra days, she'll be getting some extra wages. And apart from that, they'll be following with the rules and regulations which is laid down by the government. And apart from that, she also gets medical as well as the other allowances. And Kanta does not go to office on Sundays. This is a paid holidays. And when she joined work, what they have given an appointment letter stating all the terms as well as the condition of work. This is in this case of Kanta. Now, so Kanta, she's working in an organized. That's what we are calling it as an organized. Organized is nothing but which is registered by the government. The terms of employment are regular. So people have assured work. Yes, they have assurity in their work. Next, they'll be following with the rules and regulations which is given in various law. And at the last, has some formal process as well as the procedure. This is in this case of organized. Yes, now the other example, Kamal. Kamal is Kanta's neighbor. He is a daily wage laborer in a nearby grocery shop. He goes to the shop at 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. in the evening. Just look at the timings. That Kanta I just told you morning 9:30 to 5:30. But in this case of Kamal, at what time you'll just go to the shop? 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. in the evening. He gets no other allowances apart from its wage. He is not paid for the day he does not work. And he has therefore no leave or paid holiday. Nor was he given any formal letter saying that he has been employed in the shop. He can be asked to leave any time by its employer. So this is in this case of Kamal. We'll be calling it as an unorganized sector. What are things I have just told you? He is a daily wage laborer. What is the timing? You just go to the shop at 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. in the evening. And apart from that, what he'll be doing it? He gets no other allowances apart from the wages and no paid holidays if he does not work. And apart from it, they were not given any appointment that he are working in a formal letter saying that he is working in this shop or what else may be. So he can be asked to leave anytime by its employee. This is in the case of unorganized sector. Now we have a few points in this organized sector. Kanta works in the organized sector. Yes, so organized sector covers those enterprises or place of work where the terms of employment are regular. Therefore, people have assured work. So in this case of organized sector, the people, those who are working, they have a assured work. And they are registered by the government and have to follow its rules and regulations which are given in various laws such as Factory Act, Minimum Wage Act, Payment of Gratuity Act, Shops and Establishment Act, etc. So everything they'll be following with the rules and regulations which were given in various laws. Yes, so in this case of organized, because it has some formal process as well as the procedure, what I mentioned. So workers in the organized sector enjoy security of employment. So they have security of employment. They are expected to work only a fixed number of hours. They will be fixing the hours. Only those hours they are going to work it. If they are working extra hours, they will be getting extra wages. If they work more, they have to pay overtime by the employer. That's what I just told you. They also get several other benefits from the employers. And what are these benefits? Yes, apart from this, they'll be getting other benefits and all. What are those other benefits? Just listen. They get paid leave and payment during holidays. Next, provident fund, gratuity, etc. They are supposed to get medical benefit and under the law. The factory manager has to ensure facility like drinking water, safe working environment. When they retire, these workers get pension as well. So these are the other benefits they will get when they works in an organized sector. So what is mean by organized sector? Organized sector is nothing but which is registered by the government, and terms of employment are regular and people have assured job. Yes, and they'll be following with the rules and regulations which was given in the various law and has some formal process as well as the procedure. This is in the case of organized sector. Yes. Now, just look at the benefits from the employers. What are the benefits employers? Paid leave, I have told you. Payment during holidays. During holidays also they'll be getting payment. And PF, will be calling it as a provident fund. Next, gratuity. Yes, and then medical benefit. And at the last, workers get pension after retirements. If they are retired, no, they'll be getting pension. Yes, now, just look at the working condition in the organized sector. Yes, now, let's move on to unorganized sector. The word itself, I think you people know it. What is meant by unorganized? Is characterized by small and scattered units which are largely outside the control of the government. So in this case of unorganized sector, there is no control of the government. Yes, that's what I've given the example of Kamal works in the unorganized sector. Yes, now there are rules and regulations, but these are not followed. There are rules and regulations, but none of the unorganized sectors they will follow it in it. They will not follow. Jobs here are low paid and often not regular. Yes, so whatever if they works, sometimes they'll pay. Then too it's very low and often not regular. There is no provision of overtime, paid leave, holidays, leave due to sickness, etc. Yes, so there is no provision for overtime and no paid holidays, and even if they are sick, they are not supposed to take leave. If they take leave, the salary will be cut. Employment is not secure. At any time they will tell us to move out. People can be asked to live without any reason. That's what I just told you. So this is the difference between organized and unorganized sector. Just look at the picture, working condition in the unorganized sectors, everyone. Yes. Now, how to protect workers in the unorganized sector? How we can protect the workers in the unorganized sector? Yes. Now listen.